Today I'll be saying 5 people I think will be WWE champions in 2026. Now, this could be the World Championship, Women's Championship. This could also be the Mid-Card Championships as well. So I'll be giving 5 people I think will be winning championships in 2026. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button down below, leave a like, comment as well. Let's get into the video. So, first off, we are going to go with Mr. A-Town Down, Austin Theory. Now, I think Austin Theory's going to have a big year. I think he can legitimately win the Intercontinental Championship. The reason I say that is because I feel like Theory has been doing some pretty good work, the past couple years in the ring. I thought the stories were definitely lacking per se. I feel like, the stuff with Waller kind of fizzled out at a point. And right now, he's currently being booked as that mystery guy. And we just saw the reveal this past Monday. Now, I think this story can actually go in a really good direction. I think that we have a lot of potential to see with Austin Theory possibly, being a big part of the vision. I think Paul Heyman and him would be a very good pairing to have into the future. Whether the vision, lasts the whole 2026, whether it ends abruptly and Braun Breaker or Bronson Reed go on their own ways, I think Heyman and Theory will remain a cohesive unit on TV for a good while. Just because I feel like Theory can use a guy on the mic like Paul Heyman to really help steer him in the right direction for the next couple years, as he is still very young and he still has a lot to grow and a lot to do in this business. So with Austin Theory, I really think that we could see a lot of promising things from him. I really think, if he were to be IC champion, depending on who beats Dom, he could beat that next guy, I think. And this is probably around WrestleMania period. So I feel like, Austin Theory getting a big run, Mania and after would be really fun with that IC title. Let him defend it a bunch. Let him really take it back, OG in the ring, do some really crazy high-flying shit they used to do and take over absolutely insane. So that's one guy I think could actually make a big impact. And if I were to have him go against opponents, I think Sheamus is a good match to have. You can run a Waller program if you really want to. You can go guys the New Day. You can do Finn Balor. You can do so many different opponents for Austin Theory. So I think he is one guy who could possibly win a championship in 2026. Next talent I want to talk about is Chelsea Green. If I said that horribly, y'all will tell me in the comments. But Chelsea Green, I think, will be a WWE Women's World Champion heading into the new year. Now, listen, I don't know if it'll be WWE or the World Heavyweight title. I just think either way, she can win one of those titles. I think the really cool thing about Chelsea Green is she can have a sympathetic heel run to win this title. Now, usually when you're getting sympathy, you get treated as a babyface. But I feel like with Chelsea, you don't turn her babyface. I just don't think the dynamic with her character and what she's been doing works. I think you keep her as a heel, but you have her build sympathy against someone like it could be Jade Cargill, and you could run that into WrestleMania. And I know you might look at me crazy. You might know you're going Bianca and Jade. Listen, hear me out. Jade Cargill and Chelsea Green goes over. I'm not mad at it at all. I think a lot of wrestling fans would think it's really cool. I think wrestling fans would be like, okay, we're investing into someone who's really been working hard this year, putting in the time, putting in the hours, and really grinding herself off. And she has been killing it. She has been doing absolutely amazing things with that U.S. Championship 2 times now. She's the mixed tag AAA champion with Ethan Page and NXT. Going back and forth, doing all this stuff. The Secret Harvest, she's doing everything. I really feel Chelsea, she needs to be rewarded for this. And I feel like not only just as a courtesy, but more of a, hey, you're doing good work. The crowd's getting behind you. They're still behind you. Let's get to work. And I feel like with other people in this video, it kind of follows in path. And I think with Chelsea, it really stands out the most. Like, she's got to win a world title. And I think this could be the year. I don't really think there's anyone else really too much in her way. I think Kendall Gray's still a little bit off from winning a title. Everyone else seemingly won championships. Maybe Lara Valkyrie is the only other one I would really see who hasn't necessarily won a world title to be in contention. Roxanne Perez will win it in due time. Raquel Rodriguez could win it as well, but I think we're pretty open for Chelsea Green title win. Hopefully we get that coming into the new year. But Chelsea Green is the second person I think will win WWE Gold in 2026. The next guy I got, and this one's my shot in the dark, we're going with Bronson Reed. Big Bronson Reed, baby. And listen, I know you're going to say, hey, you're biased. Do you like Bronson? And you might be right. There is a little bit of bias there. But there's also just a little bit of facts. Because I think Braun Breaker, everyone knows he will be the future WWE. He'll be one of their marquee guys, top star for decades ongoing. But Bronson Reed has put on some really good work this year. And I think it would be a shame to not have that work be rewarded in storyline and be able to help push someone else. So if you were to have Bronson Reed win the WWE World Championship, not the WWE title, trust me, I don't think he would win it just in the pecking order of things, but the World Championship, we could get a 3-month reign of Bronson Reed in 2026. Now listen, if Braun Breaker were to win it from Punk, or in the direction I think will happen, LA Knight were to possibly win it, you could have Bronson Reed beat him. You could have Bronson Reed take the title off LA Knight in, like, say 4 months after WrestleMania, have LA Knight have a good run, and then boom, there you go. And we'll talk about LA Knight because he comes up in this video as well. But Bronson Reed, could you imagine This guy's a fucking champion. I think the crowd would fucking be behind him. I think you would turn him anti-hero babyface-esque. Just I feel like he's cool. He can wrestle. He knows how to talk as well. I feel like he's got the full package for a big like him. And I think you could really make something of it, man. I don't know. And, you know, there's other guys he could face. You know, he hasn't faced the Gunther on main roster, I don't believe. At least in a couple years. He might face him like once 2023. We could go the Braun Breaker route. They won't ever have that matchup. You know, Seth Rollins, when he comes back, they'll probably run that back again. Sami Zayn versus Braun. We got the Usos versus Bronson. Bronson for both of them. I know we've got like tag matches, but a singles match, I feel like it would cook. Javon Evans and Bronson Reed when he gets called up. Imagine Trick Williams versus Bronson Reed. And I know you're gonna be like, oh, you're making dream matches of fucking Bronson. Yes, I am, and I'm damn happy about it. So Bronson Reed, I hope and think, can win the WWE World Championship in 2026. And that next guy I'm going to talk about is the one and the only megastar with everybody saying L.A. Knight. And I already know the hype is not feeling as high as it was for Whoa. I know the hype is not what it once was for LA, but I really do think 2026 will be his year. The way Triple H has booked his runs for the past couple of years has been pretty progressively up. You know, he did lose Money in the Bank, but he had some big wins. He had a big feud with Roman. 2024, he won the U.S. title. Had some pretty big feuds. Had him win at WrestleMania. Now, he did lose to Shinsuke, but 2025, he won it back. Had a big Mania program, I would say big, with Jacob Fatu. Had a couple good matches this year. Has been entered into the World Championship scene on Monday Night Raw. And I really think he's going to be there to stay. And he's been taken out for a hot minute. Now to the Rumble. Now when we get to the Rumble, I think LA Knight returns. It's a huge pop, and I think they're booking him to win. Because I don't think Roman Reigns wins it. He doesn't need it. He's Roman fucking Reigns. All you gotta do is, I'm OTC, I want a title match. There you go. That's it. It's literally the basis of it. That's all you gotta do. Seth Rollins comes back. I don't think he'll be healthy enough for the Rumble, so they would just have to push the Chamber or somewhere later down the line. Drew McIntyre could be the world champion, because I know him and Cody are currently having a story at the time of this video, but is there directions we can go with it? Other guys to win. Brock Lesnar ain't gonna win it. There's so many people who can win the Rumble that I'm honestly slipping from the mind. Usos won't win. Trust, thank God. Braun Breaker, people think he's gonna win it, which he won't fucking win. Hell no. So I think LA Knight has got a shot. He wins the world title at WrestleMania against CM Punk, right? We built a fun, compelling story till then. Hell, you could even do the WWE title against Drew McIntyre, which it might happen. It might happen, and that's the way I would go. But if we go for the world title, CM Punk, LA Knight, LA goes over. I have him at leave Mania. Have him run a couple of good feuds. I don't really know who he would beat necessarily. I can't say Gunther. I just feel like they're booking Gunther a little too strong to take a loss to LA Knight. But maybe they do it because they feel confident that Gunther won't lose anything from it, which he probably won't, because Gunther's already a top guy, and I feel like that Cena win definitely helped him a lot more than I would have admitted before. So I think you can do that. You can maybe run an AJ program again if you really want to, if you don't think he'll get heat from it. If Seth comes back, you can run that rematch, get that one-on-one. I think one main event guy's got to go down to LA Knight to really help solidify him. Now, I don't know who that is. Seth Rollins might be that guy. He could be Sheamus or Dom Mysterio. That could be fun. Hell, Dom Mysterio could fucking dethrone LA Knight. We never know. But I think you have him hold it for 3-4 months. See if we can get the SummerSlam win it. And then probably go separate ways from there. He can win again in the future if he really wants, if they feel good about it. And if the title reign's going that well, and they say we're not going to end it, keep it going. So that's the cool thing with WWE. You have options. You're able to really flip championships whenever you choose to. So I think with LA Knight, give him a shot for 3-4 months. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. You gave it a shot, and it is what it is. But if it works, keep it going. Have some fun. And he's another guy who I think can win WWE Gold in 2026. And the fifth name, I believe we're up to 5 names now, if I'm not mistaken. We're going with Roxanne Perez. She's on the thumbnail of the video, and her story, I think, has been really cool this year. You know, she got inserted randomly into the Judgment Day, which most people weren't really too fond of. They like the fact that it was Roxanne. We're just like, we're really going to keep going to the Judgment Day stuff. But I think she's fit like a glove, bro. I'll be so honest. I think this storyline for her has really worked. And now that Liv Morgan's back on TV, their dynamic has actually been really fun. And we can build this for a couple months heading into WrestleMania. And depending who's the world champion, I know Liv Morgan should be getting a shot at the January 5th Monday Night Raw. So she probably could be winning that world championship. Maybe we do a triple threat between Raquel, Liv, and Roxanne. That's possible. And I don't think it would be a bad match. I think it would be really fun. I think the crowd would enjoy it. I think the story can play out for a couple months. You know, you can have Roxanne be a babyface, maybe. I think Liv would probably be the babyface of the story, but you probably can have a world where Liv Morgan can get enough heat to get Roxanne over. She's young. I think the babyface rubs off her the right way, but she's also playing a really good heel. Raquel Rodriguez would be a fucking cool babyface if you did it right. You gotta keep the character, just alter it a little bit for babyface like things. You can't just have it be like, oh, I'm Raquel, I'm the back. Because it doesn't work. It just won't work. I love Raquel. I think she's putting on some of the best work of her career this year. And she's someone I think could also win a title, but for the sake of the video, I picked Roxanne because I just feel like her future can be right now. I think WWE sees that. I think they're going to capitalize on it coming into 2026. I don't know when she'll win it. I wouldn't be shocked if she won at the Chamber and we had her go in the Mania as champion, to where Liv Morgan or Raquel had to face her in like a triple threat match and try to beat her. I wouldn't be shocked if she won at WrestleMania either, because she is so young, and they'd be like, all right, let's invest in another heel. We gave Tiffany the strap last year. Let's give it to Roxanne and see how it goes. Now, it didn't go too great with Tiffany from a title reign perspective, but from a star-making perspective, it made Tiffany a huge star, and she is a recognizable face everywhere, and she is really a big representation of current WWE product. And I feel like if you're able to do that with Roxanne and help push her into prominent and unseen heights that she hasn't seen before, she'll crush it and honestly take it with a freaking iron steel rod, or I don't know what I was saying, but she's gonna go to the moon and go absolutely insane with it. But that's someone else who I think will win a world title. A couple other people I could throw in here. I can throw in Kendall Gray if I really wanted to. I said Raquel a couple times. Chad Gable comes back healthy, he can win a title. Penta can win a title. But those are the 5 that I really wanted to focus on in this video, just talking briefly about what I think and who could win the titles. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Thank you so much for watching this video. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm Aiden, and I'm out.